Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. It is now 2025. I'm still alive. You're still alive. And that is great. We're doing great. Kind of, sort of, not really. Um, the point of this video today is to keep myself accountable and kind of vocalize my thoughts to the internet because the internet's forever and try to do better this year because 2024 for me wasn't a shit show per se. It was just very inconsistent, and I derailed myself and fell into a lot of slumps. So I want to try to avoid that this year, for real, for real. So a little bit about me. I have really bad commitment issues. I struggle a lot with committing to things like anything from hobbies, TV shows, you name it, whatever. Like for example, the only TV show that I finished in my entire life is a regular show, and that was just last year. And that took a lot out of me. That took a lot of heart. Personally, that's just my opinion. You can call me a bitch, it's fine. So the first thing I want to talk about is consistency, like I just mentioned. I want to be more consistent with the gym. I want to try to go at least 4 times a week and work my way up to five. And yeah, I also want to deep clean the space I occupy, the place I live in, the place I reside within with my roommate, at least once a week, if not more. Hopefully work up to twice a week. I feel like having a clean space that you occupy is good for your mental, is good for your mind, is good for your body, etc. I also want to reach out to a loved one at least once a week as well. I know that's kind of a low bar. Uh, I feel like I've let go a lot of my relationships simply because neither of us were talking to each other. Communication is really important, you know? It has to be one or the other person. One of you guys has to reach out, and I will just bite the bullet and be that person, you know? So any cherished friend or family member that I hold in high regard, that I have very fond memories of, I'm just gonna reach out to them, have a real conversation with them at least once a week, and eventually I want to work my way up to daily, because I feel like that's something you should be doing every day. You know, we are inherently social beings. We need to talk to each other. We love talking to each other. We love communicating, you know, and it's important to hold on to those you care about while you still can. The next thing I want to be more consistent with is cooking. I want to cook. I want to learn a recipe at least once a week, if not more than one. This largely ties in with one of the other points I was going to talk about, learning more and spending less. I want to learn more recipes and cook more for myself and spend less because takeout, while it's really good and really, really tasty, it's really, really expensive and it's not sustainable in the long run. Um, my next point that I want to talk about, I may have forgotten some of the consistency stuff I wanted to talk about, but whatever. The next thing I want to talk about was enjoying things and keeping it that way. So I feel like I have come to terms with the fact that I am a gamer. I like gaming. I like also competitive titles, and it's really hard to enjoy that side of the internet, especially because the games are so toxic and it's hard to like enjoy them, especially when everyone just flame each other, yada yada yada. I can just yap on and on about that, but I won't. So I think ways that I can enjoy it and keep it enjoyable is limit the time that I spend gaming. Because if I spend less time gaming, then I'll appreciate the time that I do have the game, so on and so forth. My last point, I don't remember.
What is consistency?
I got that one.
What was the second one?
Keeping things, enjoying things, and keeping that way.
Spend less.
I talked about that one kind of. Oh, okay. I'll just talk about it again. The last point is spending less and learning more. So it's not just limited to recipes. I do want to learn something new at least once a week, keep the bar low for now, and then eventually move that up to learning something new every day. I think learning is really important, and your brain is only as limitless as you make it to be. And I also want to spend infinitely less because we live in a hyper saturated, consumerist society, and there's just there's so many glorified advertisements on everything these days. Like people are just like reviewing these products that they just want you to buy because they're sponsored or they're not sponsored. Your brain's just like, holy shit, I need that, but you really don't. So those I guess are all my affirmations for 2025. And if you watch until the end, go eat some pancakes.